As a longtime recycler, I am so glad that Waste Management has continued our efforts here on Grosse Ile to offer so many opportunities to recycle our waste. Our residents put their blue bins out to good use on trash day, which cuts down on what's taken to Riverview to be landfilled. I'm with Pat Greve, and he's the Waste Management liaison with the communities they serve. He joins me here at the DPS building on Grove Road to talk recycling. This informative video we're doing revolves around America Recycles Day, which was November 15th, but actually Recycle Day can be celebrated every day. So Pat, tell us about the message on the side of the Waste Management truck that kind of points out that you do pick up recyclables on the island, and it's all for a good green cause.
Sure. Recycling is very important, as you know, and as you mentioned, it helps to reduce the volume of material going to our landfills. The message on the side of the truck talks about the fact that in any given year, we collect enough paper from all of the communities we service that helps to save, or is the equivalent of saving 41 million trees that would otherwise be cut down and used to produce that paper from natural resources.
So Waste Management publicizes on the side of their waste trucks that they do get heavily into recycling. I visited the Source Separation Service Center off of 275, and it was amazing to watch the workers with this fast-moving conveyor belt, and they'd pick up the recyclables and they throw them in the right bin, and then they're stored and then they're shipped to companies that make them into a new product. We're going to see a short video done by Waste Management, and that explains the process of separation once it gets to one of these centers, and also promotes recycling.
Give us your worn out, your unwanted, the bagged up bundles you yearn to cast aside. Give us your wrappers and cans, boxes and bottles. Give us your plastics and metals, your I'm done with you now petrochemical products. Give us your used hypos and the electronics that long ago ceased to amuse. Give us your wretched refuse. For to us, these are precious resources, and we know what to do with them. We will transfer and transform what you give us into new citizens, into the goods and fuels that will power our future. We will safely store what you call unusable until we find its new use. We will make the worthless worthwhile. And we will return all of this to you, that you may continue to enjoy the many splendid gifts of this wonderful world we live in.
Pat, what kind of participation in recycling have you seen here on Grosse Ile?
That's a very good question, and I'm happy to let you know that Grosse Ile is one of our top communities when it comes to recycling. On any given recycle day, we see a set out rate, the number of residents who have their bin at the curb, that probably ranges between 90 and 95%. Ooh. And so some people have multiple bins out, and we're happy to collect those. In fact, we're going to improve the recycle program very soon by allowing residents to use, in addition to their bin, up to 35-gallon cans with a sticker on it that says recycle, so that it's easier and they have more capacity available to recycle more volume. So there will be more information coming out about that very soon.
And do you have any kind of a flyer that people can refer to if they have a question? Is this recyclable or is it not recyclable?
Yes, actually there will be a recycling flyer and solid waste guide mailed to the residents very soon that's going to have a complete list of recyclable items as well as non-recyclable items, the containers they can use, the blue bins or the 35-gallon containers, where to get stickers for their containers if they choose to use one of those larger cans, and when to place those items at the curb for collection.
That'll be handy to have on your refrigerator in a file someplace. Well, are there any items that can't be recycled? You mentioned that the list is on the flyer.
Mm-hmm. There are some items that do not lend themselves to recycling, and those items will be detailed on the flyer, but some that come to mind are things such as plate glass windows, or we don't encourage folks any longer to put batteries in recycling because it starts fires actually at the collection center that you mentioned. There's other outlets for those now, retail stores that take them back and that type of things.
And we do it right here.
And also, I think you're going to talk about that in a minute. And light bulbs as well. And I see you're holding a CFL bulb there. We get a lot of questions about those. We don't like to have them in with the recycling because there's mercury vapor in that bulb. And we don't like to have them in the trash either. But if you go to our website, which will be detailed on the flyer, it's thinkgreen.com, you can actually order a kit where that bulb can be shipped back. The kit holds, I think, 12 or 15 bulbs. You keep it at your home. You fill it up over time, seal it up, mail it back, and then the mercury vapor is safely extracted, and the bulb is dismantled, and the recyclable portions are recycled, and the rest is disposed of properly.
Well, I know people are moving towards this direction because they are better for the electric bill, and it's more ecological. So we'll be looking for that information. Now, what about empty pill containers?
As long as it's a grade 1 through 7 plastic, it can be recycled. And again, the list on the flyer is pretty extensive, and I think people are going to find that perhaps there's a lot of items that they didn't know they could put in their bins that they can, and so we would encourage people to recycle as much as possible.
Since Waste Management doesn't do foam recycling, we here on Grosse Ile offer a service to our residents. When you bring home those foam cartons, they can be dropped off here at the DPS office, and there's a big green container bin out in front. They want the foam to be clean and put into a plastic bag, a clear plastic bag, and then when the shed at the side of the building gets full of foam, they have one of their workers will drive them up to the recycling center in Ypsilanti, and then from there it's taken over to Mason, Michigan, where DART Corporation makes it into new products using the foam. And another service here on the island is right here at the DPS. If you have batteries and you don't want to put them in your trash, bring them down here to the DPS building, and they have a big barrel, and it's picked up by a company that will make sure that they are recycled and dealt with properly. Also, we mentioned batteries. Batteries you can drop off right here at the DPS building. They have a large barrel, and when it's filled, the company that recycles batteries will pick it up. Now, with yard waste going to a composting facility in Taylor, there's very little to put in a trash bag. We're very fortunate here on Grosse Ile to have waste management part of our, not only our trash collection, but very much into recycling. So we thank Waste Management for their part in making America Recycles Day work, and actually America Recycles Day, Grosse Ile Recycles Day, is every day.
Well, we're pleased to be a part of it and pleased to be a partner with Grosse Ile to encourage recycling at the highest degree possible.
Good partnership.
Thank you.